Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on HTML, an introduction to HTML and how we can create web pages. My name is Chitra and let's get started with our tutorial. HTML is a standard markup language for web pages. Markup language is different from programming language as it is used to create a structure and present information rather than decision making or adding interactivity to web pages. HTML forms a basic building block of a website and it stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So, by the end of this tutorial, you will understand the structure of HTML and how HTML. Most of you will have some previous knowledge on HTML using front page, expression web, or composer or notepad. So, how do we create web pages using HTML? You can use different platforms for HTML. These different platforms are known as text editors or HTML editors. So there are a number of text editors that are available, and most of these are free, so you can download and install these and you can use it. They are supported for Windows, Linux, and Mac systems. So some of these are listed here: Notepad, Notepad++, Web Expression or Front Page, Adobe Dreamweaver, Atom, Sublime Text, TextEdit, and TextWrangler. Sublime Text can be used in Linux system. TextEdit, TextWrangler are also free editors which can be used in Mac. In our tutorial, we'll be using Notepad++. Notepad++ is similar to the other editors like Notepad, but it has extra features and built-in function. So this is using this link you can download Notepad++. I will put the link and how to install Notepad++ in the description box. Before getting started, let's see HTML tags. HTML tags. All HTML documents are made up of HTML tags. HTML is made up of keywords, also known as tags, which are surrounded by angled brackets, as you can see here. We will see more examples when we start creating our web pages when we start creating HTML documents. So each HTML component has a tag name. Normally the tag names, they come in pairs. We call them the start tag and the end tag. It is also called opening tag or closing tag. So how would you distinguish an end tag from an open tag or a start tag? So normally end tags have a forward slash before the tag name. Okay, now let's get started with Notepad++. So we can use these tags and we'll start creating web pages and we'll see how we can display it in a browser. Okay, now Notepad++ is open now. So if you want to add a new file, you can click on File, click on New, or you can just click on the New File tab here and you can add a new file. So you can see you will add a new file over here. So first time users, when you open Notepad, you can get a file. It's a welcome file known as change.log. You can just close that file and you can open a new file. Now let's get started with the web page. So we start typing doc type HTML. So by typing the sentence, any browser that you will be using will understand that this particular file is an HTML file. Some editors does not require this sentence, but it is always safe to include the sentence in your HTML documents. Now, next, all HTML file will have the HTML element. So we're going to insert the HTML element or HTML tag. This is the HTML tag and this is a closing tag. So this is the opening tag and this is a closing tag. Now everything that goes inside will be a part of this HTML document. Now we can select the language of our document by clicking on the language tab. So since we are creating, so you can see these are the languages that Notepad++ supports. We will select HTML here. Now that you can see The document recognizes this as an HTML document, and you can see the change of color in the tags. Okay, every HTML document has two sections. One is a header section and one is a body section. So every HTML document will have a header and a body section. So you can see the closing tags have a forward slash in the beginning. So it is always a good practice whenever you are opening a tag, close a tag, so that it will not generate an error. Sometimes when you forget to insert a closing tag, some of the contents of your web page will not be displayed or an error will be generated. And also in Notepad++, when you click on the opening tag, it will highlight the closing tag. So you can see where is the opening tag and where is the closing tag. Now, head section and body section are part of an HTML document and they are nested inside the HTML document. Now, the head section contains information about the HTML document. Nothing that goes inside the head area is actually displayed in the web browser window. Everything that goes into display in the browser window will go into the body element of the HTML document. So in these two sections, we'll see, first we'll start with the head section. One of the main component of head section is the title. So we'll see how we are using title. Okay, I'm going to create a title, my first web page. So this is a title I have created. We'll see what happens when we give a title. So you can zoom in and zoom out, adjust your view using these two options here. Now, once I have done this, I need to save my document so that I can view this document in my browser. So click on save. So I'll save. You can select your destination where you want to save. So I'll save it as first web page and save the type as a .html. Since we have selected the language as HTML, it will be saved as a .html file. Then only the browser can understand that this is a web file and save the file. Okay, I'll save it again. Okay. Now once it is saved, we need to see this in the browser. So click on run. So to view it in browser, click on the run tab. So you can see, you can view it or launch it in different browsers that are available in your system. Okay, there is Firefox, IE, Chrome, Safari. You can select which browser you want to view your web file. So click on launch in Chrome. So I'm using Chrome to display my web page. Now that you can see that my web page is blank. Why? Because my body section, the HTML documents body section is blank. So this area is blank or empty. That's why when you go to your browser, you can see that the web page is blank. Now you can see the title which I have inserted has become the title of the web page here. So this is how the title component works. Coming back to Notepad++, we'll start entering values to body section so that we can create a web page. Now, we'll begin with the heading. So, heading in HTML is defined as H1. HTML headings are defined from tags H1 to H6, H1 being the biggest and H6 the smallest heading. So H1, the tag which I will be creating now is, I'll just create a heading now. Okay. And I'm going to create a paragraph. HTML is a standard markup language for web page. So I just created a small paragraph here just to show how paragraphs and headings are displayed in HTML. So I'll save my work, and either I can go back to run and I can launch in Chrome or any browsers, or else I can go back to the same window over here. Okay, and I can just click on the refresh button over here. So you can see, so this is a basic web page. We can see that we have inserted text into a web page and we have displayed it in a web browser. Now we can see how we can add another components to our web page. So going back to Notepad++, so we have inserted a heading and a paragraph to our web page. Now we will see how we can put hyperlinks or how we can link a web page to another. Web pages are normally linked to other web pages so that we can navigate between these web pages and collect information. So let's see how we can create a hyperlink. We use anchor tags to create hyperlinks. So how we can use anchor tags? So anchor tags, by typing A inside the angle brackets, and we are going to name our hyperlink. This is a hyperlink, and we are going to close our anchor tag. We're going to save, and I'll show you how we can launch in using another browser. So I have just opened it using Explorer. So you can try opening your web pages with different web browsers. So here, once I save this, okay, I can just refresh. You can also use just to refresh your web page, or you can use your shortcut F5 to refresh here. I have just used F5 to refresh my web page, and you will get the refreshed data here. Now you can see it appears, the hyperlink that we have inserted appears as a text value. It does not show, you can't select it and you can't click, and you can't see, it's not, it doesn't look like an hyperlink. So how to make it as a hyperlink? We have to add an attribute to this anchor tag. Now the question will be, what is an anchor tag, or what are attributes that we use in anchor tag? Attributes are components of HTML which provide additional information about an HTML tag. They usually come in a pair, like a name and value pair, where an attribute will have a name and you have to specify a value for the attribute. Okay. Now we use the attribute, we use a specific attribute for anchor tag, and it is known as href. This is the attribute. So attributes have a different color. We use the anchor tag along with an attribute to link it to another web page. And href stands for hypertext or hyperlink reference. So equal to, now href is the name of the attribute. Now you have to give a value to your attribute. So this particular attribute specifies the link's destination, where you want to connect your web page, or the destination link has to be specified here. HTTP, I'm going to give the details of a website. www. I have given the name of a website to which I need to link my web page. So this is a web page website. This is a Google website. So I have created the hyperlink to link to this website. So I will save my work. I'll go to my browser. I'm refreshing my web page. Now you can see the name of the hyperlink, it has changed. Okay, you can see it's blue with an underline. It has become a hyperlink, and I can click on it and it will redirect me to that particular link which I have given. Yeah. So this is how we insert a hyperlink in our web page. So we'll add the attribute and we'll specify the link to which we need to link our web page. Okay, and we can go back to our page. Okay. So moving towards the next. So this is how we put a hyperlink in our web page. Now we are going to see the next component in our HTML document. So we are going to see list. Next, we are going to see list in HTML. HTML has two types of list: unordered list and ordered list. So unordered list is an example with bullet points, and ordered list is similar to a list with numbered values 1, 2, 3, 4. So to create, we'll see how we can create an unordered list. To create an unordered list, we'll start with the tag ul, and we'll just close a tag here. Okay, so this is a tag for an unordered list. Now we have to specify the components to a list. Okay, so I'm just giving some random values, and each component is known as a list item. So we have to open the tag li to mention that this is a item in our list. Okay, so I'm going to type in the list values: lesson 1, 10. Another list item, lesson 2. Closing the list item now, and the list item li, lesson 3, and I'm closing the list item here. Okay, so now I have created an unordered list, and I'm going to see, we'll see how this code runs in the browser. So we'll save our work, go to our browser, and we'll refresh. Okay, so this is a how, so this is, now we can see we have created an unordered list over here. Now I'll quickly show how we can change an unordered list to an ordered list. To change an unordered list to an ordered list, just change UL to OL. So unordered list will be changed to ordered list. Save your work, go to your browser and refresh your page. So now you can see the bullet points have been replaced with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, numbered values have been replaced here. That's how you change from UL to OL, unordered list to ordered list. Okay, next we'll wind up our lesson with the next component of HTML, that is the images. HTML images, how we can insert an image to our HTML web page or our web page. So for that, I'm going to insert the tag img. The image tag in HTML is img tag. Img tag is a special tag. It is called an empty tag. Why? Because img tag does not have a closing tag. Image tag in HTML does not have a closing tag. That's why it's known as an empty tag. It only has attributes. So we'll see what are the attributes of image tag. Image tag has two important attributes, SRC and ALT, where SRC stands for source and ALT stands for alternate text. SRC specifies a path to the image and ALT specifies an alternate text for the image. So SRC means the location where the image is located in your system. So we have to specify the path of the image to our web page. ALT stands for alternate text. I know most of you know what alternate text is. Alternate text provides an additional information about the image. Like if the user is not able to view the image because of a numerous reason like slow connection or error in the SRC attribute, a text will be displayed instead of the image. So that is known as alternate text. So you have to specify these two attributes when you are inputting an image to your web page. So actually an image is linked to your web page. It's inserted to your web page. So that's why you need to specify the source of the image and the alternate text. So we'll see how we can insert the image here. So we have to specify the source. We have to give the value here equal to, we have to specify the value. I'll take a picture from my picture library now. Okay, to insert my image, I'm going to take an image from my picture library. So you can see I have an image where I'll just take this image. I have an image over here. I will right click and I will go to the properties of this image. So you can see this is the location of the image or the source of the image. Also, you have to note the format of your image. It is a JPG file. And also please note down the name of the image because we will be using this too in our SRC. So just copy this location of your image, copy, go back to our file document. We have pasted the location of the image. Now we have to specify which image. So we have to put the name of the image, and also you have to specify the format of your image. It can be JPG, PNG, different type of images are there. So you have to specify the type of file format of your image also. Now I'm going to specify my alternate text over here. You can specify any text. It can be, I'm giving it as ocean view. You can name it as beach or nature. Any text can be included here. Now I'm going to save my work. Go into my web browser and I'm going to refresh my web page, and you can see the image has been inserted here. Okay, but it takes up most of the page space in my web page. So I have to resize this image. Okay, so I'll go back to my document here. So I have to resize this image. So I can specify the width. There are two more attributes, width and height, where you can specify the size of your image. So I'm going to make it as 400 px. So it will be width is an attribute, and you have to give the value. The value I'm resizing it to 400 pixels, and I'm going to give the height. I'm resizing it to 250. Yeah, and I'm saving my work here. I'm going back to my browser and I'm refreshing it. Now my image has been refreshed. So this is a basic web page with headings, paragraph, list, hyperlinks, and images. We can add formatting to the web page using CSS styles and tags, which will be covered in a later lesson. So this is a web page that we have created here. And this is the view in the browser. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. Do like and subscribe for more videos on HTML and programming for the web. See you soon. Bye bye.